Good afternoon, everyone. David Paul speaking. This is the 18th of May, and I'm speaking just at the start of the American session. I'm looking at VectorVest UK, and over the last month, the longest term measure of the trend of the London market has been up. And I'm going to try and show you how you can actually use VectorVest to make some relatively easy money when the market is rising. Let's have a look at the general market itself. Now, if I click on timing here and I click on the market timing graph, I can actually pull up a chart of the VectorVest composite of the UK, which is an equally weighted index of all of the shares that we follow on the London stock market and on AIM. Now, if I click this little box down here called Confirm Calls, that populates the chart, in fact, with these signals which measure our longest term measure of the trend. And on the 17th of April, the longest term measure of the trend on VectorVest turned upwards, and that's when, ladies and gentlemen, we should be in fact fully invested in the stock market. Now, we have shorter term measures which turn the corner quicker, but certainly for buy and hold and fairly conservative investors, the Confirm Call does a really good job. So if I go back to the front page of VectorVest and click on Viewers, that will populate the spreadsheet with all of the shares that we follow in the London market, 2,157 of them. I've loaded the top 50 so the internet doesn't in fact slow us down. Now I've gone back to that date. So we got our signal. As you can see, the signal is marked by this green on the 17th of April, and we would have been able to have reacted to that signal the next morning on the 18th. So what I've done is that I've taken the program back to the 18th of April, and I've on the 18th of April, these are the shares that would have been on the top rank at VectorVest by our proprietary indicator VST, Value, Safety and Trend. And that brings the shares with the best combination of value, safety of earnings and the trend, the short-term trend, to the top of the pile. Now, guys, if I do a very quick test of, let's say, the top 5 of those over the last month. Now, this is a linear test from a month ago to the close of trading last night, which would have been the Thursday the 17th. We can see that that little portfolio of 5 shares has appreciated by 15% in the last month, and the market clearly was up well at 4.66%. Nevertheless, the top 5 shares by VST have outperformed the market, in fact, by 3x. And that's the power of VectorVest, folks. We advocate buying safe, undervalued shares that are growing their earnings strongly and safely, and we advocate buying those when the general market is rising, and you don't have to make it any more complicated than that. Thanks for listening.